and welcome to KidTime StoryTime. Oh, there seems to be something on my book. Oh, what are you two up to?
Well, since you're gonna read this artistic book, we decided to get artsy-fartsy too.
Yes, we decided to take inspiration from the dot to draw our own dots. I see that yours is pink, Green Bear.
And I see that yours, Octavius the Octopus, is very, very tiny.
Yes, it is Octavius sized. Do you like it?
Yeah.
I made it with my own octopus ink.
Oh, that's pretty cool. I don't have bear ink.
Would you like to keep it?
I would. I can hang it next to mine.
That sounds like an excellent plan. Well, gotta go. Underwater calls.
Well, you want me to frame this and put it in your room?
Yes!
Okay, we will do that. But first, the dot. The book that inspired Octavius and Green Bear to take up the brush or the octopus ink, whatever the case may be. Art class was over, but Vashti sat glued to her chair. Her paper was empty. Uh-oh, that's never a good sign. And her frowny face, also not a good sign. Vashti's teacher leaned over the blank paper. Ah, a polar bear in a snowstorm, she said. Very funny, said Vashti. I just can't draw. Her teacher smiled. Just make a mark and see where it takes you. Vashti grabbed a marker and gave the paper a good strong jab. There. Whoa, somebody has a little bit of an attitude. Her teacher picked up the paper, though, and studied it carefully. She pushed the paper towards Vashti and quietly said, now sign it. What? I thought she was going to be mad at her, but she's not mad. She's telling her to sign it. So Vashti thought for a moment, well, maybe I can't draw, but I can sign my name. Okay, so she signs her name with a great deal of, look at that face. That's right, I'm going to sign my name. The next week, when Vashti walked into art class, she was surprised to see what was hanging above her teacher's desk. Oh, it was the little dot she had drawn. Her dot, all framed in swirly gold, like it was a big deal. Look at that. It's about the size of Octavius's dot, actually. So yeah, they have about the same skill level. She looked at it. I can make a better dot than that. She opened her never-before-used set of watercolors and set to work. Do you have a set of never-before-used watercolors lying around? Vashti painted and painted a red dot, a purple dot, a yellow dot, a blue dot. The blue mixed with the yellow. She discovered that she could make a green dot. Vashti just kept experimenting. Lots of little dots in many colors. Ah, but that is what an artist does. He experiments. If I can make little dots, I can make big dots too. Well, that makes sense. So Vashti splashed her colors with a bigger brush on bigger paper to make bigger dots. Well, I'm afraid that Octavius can only work with tiny paper, but that's Octavius. Vashti even made a dot by not making a dot. Look at that. You see what she did? She made it the paint on the outside so that the blank space, the negative space, becomes the dot. She's really expanding her palette now. Oh, speaking of expanding the palette, at the school art show a few weeks later, Vashti's many dots made quite the splash. Look at that. It looks like she even took up sculpting. And look at all the different dots, different textures, different kinds. The negative space one, the giant one, the tiny one, the really teeny tiny one, the Octavius-sized ones. 4 dots in a row, 3 dots up and down. This one looks like a planet. This one looks like a ball of algae. Oh, Vashti noticed a little boy gazing up at her.
You're a really great artist. I wish I could draw,
he said. I bet you can, said Vashti. Me? No, not me. I can't draw a straight line with a ruler. Vashti smiled. She handed the boy a blank sheet of paper. Show me. The boy's pencil shook as he drew his line. Vashti stared at the boy's squiggle. That's a high-quality squiggle. And then she said, sign it. Oh, did you see what she did? And wait, we're not done because this is super cool. The writer, Peter Reynolds, dedicated the book to Mr. Matson. Who's Mr. Matson? My 7th grade math teacher who dared me to make my mark. And look at that. Did he make his mark or what?
That is so cool that his teacher inspired him. And then he wrote a book about a teacher that inspired a kid, and then the kid went off and inspired another kid. That means that I can inspire somebody else to do a dot that's just as good as this one, or maybe even better.
I'm back from under the sea. I feel inspired to draw some more. Would you like to join me in my studio?
Is it underwater?
Yes.
I'm gonna have to take a pass on that. Bears don't really draw underwater. We're more of drawing in the den types.
Oh, I can come over then.
I guess you went to go get a deep breath of air first. Well, anyway, I gotta go be inspired some more. I hope you feel inspired, kid. And see you next time on KidTime StoryTime. Subscribe yourself. I gotta go draw.